It's the great Plumpkin, Charlie Brown. I love this hat. I had one of my homies on Twitter saying that it looked like fucking pumpkin spice Carmen Miranda. Nice. Okay.
Sure put on a lot of makeup just to drink some beers.
Hey, it's your dandy, Candy. And it is fall. Now, I know technically fall doesn't start until September 21st, and it's still August right now and 100 degrees outside, but yes, it is fall. That wonderful time of the year when warm earth tones are in fashion and decorating your house and body parts is totally normal. That ooky spooky time of the year where you've got all these delicious little tricks and treats all around you, and one of those treats that's become quite popular over the last couple of years has been pumpkin spice flavored beverages. Now, normally when you hear people talking about pumpkin spice season, whenever it comes to drinks, it's usually like lattes and cappuccinos and chais and things like that. But myself personally, my favorite pumpkin flavored drinks of the season is beer. That's right, bitches, it's pumpkin beer season, and we're going to be trying a wonderful little variety 6-pack of some of the beers that we've found at our local Total Wine and More that we'd like to shop at. This is just a small sampling, mind you. It's only 6. There are plenty more from there. So we may be doing a follow-up video from here. We'll just have to see how it turns out first. Now, we're going to be judging these beers on a few criteria. First of all, the pumpkin to beer ratio. How much of it is pumpkin, how much of it is beer, and what type of pumpkin are they going for? Are they going for just a traditional pumpkin? Are they going for just the spice to the pie, or are they going for the whole pie or something else entirely? The next thing that we're also going to be considering the ABV of each beer, how many goes into a case, how much that costs, and whether or not we feel that it is worth the price of admission. And finally, from there, the biggest ultimate decision is which ones would we personally pick as our go-to favorite of the season, and which ones would most likely end up in the back of the fridge. Now, to be fair, because some of these are larger cans than other ones are, we're going to be using a sample cup so that we can try them all out. I should go ahead and preface this by saying I am by no means a beer expert, a beer sommelier, or any of that. I'm just some clown on the internet. I happen to like pumpkin beer. And also, there's going to be alcohol consumption in this video, so spoiler warning, obviously this video is not for kids. Fucking duh. So with that out of the way, let's get smashed. Oh, and always drink responsibly. Okay, wheel of the beers. Which one are we going first? Okay. So our first beer that we're going to be going with is the Dogfish Head Punkin Ale. Brown ale with pumpkin. It is brewed by Dogfish Head Craft Brewery. The ABV is 7% alcohol by volume. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe these came in a 6-pack. We'll have the price posted in post. So let's go ahead and crack this one open. How's your head? All right, let's let that sit there for a minute. Effervescent, bubblify, or whatever. Get that ring. It's been a very long time since I poured a beer into a glass. I usually just drink them straight out of the can if I drink them. All right, I think that's good. All right, so first of all, sniff of it. It's very nice, very weedy. It's got a nice little pumpkin note to it. It's not bad, not bad. Okay, so let's give it a taste. It's not bad. It's a brown ale. It's very light in its taste, but you can taste the notes of the pumpkin, and you can taste some of the notes of the spice and the pie in there, but it's very muted in its tones, which is not bad. I mean, if you're going for more of the brown ale or the brown wheat ale, it'd probably work better for that. It's not a bad pumpkin beer if you're going for something that's a safe go-to, if you're not sure whether you want to try one or not, or if you're just jumping in. It's a good starting point for sure. I don't know if I'd make this my beer to go to, but it's not a bad beer. So it's at least worth the price of admission. Let me finish this up real quick and we get to the next one. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not super sweet. It's not super spicy. It's mostly pumpkin, little wheat in there, but it's very muted. It's not bad. It's refreshing, which is good. You want a refreshing beer. So that one is that. Let's see what our next one is. Is Nightowl Pumpkin Ale by Elysian. It is a pumpkin ale, obviously. Duh. Let's see what it says. Let's see what it says. Oh, don't say. I hate when they don't tell me. Oh, here we go. Our award-winning pumpkin ale, brewed with pumpkin and spiced in conditioning with nutmeg, clove, cinnamon, ginger, and allspice. So it's going to be a pretty spicy beer. All right, let's go ahead and put my mic down so I can open this up. It's getting a little better. Okay, so this one's got a nice dark tone to it. Very, very orangey brown. Very nice. See how it smells. Oh, bitch, it's like smelling your grandma's spice rack. It's really nice and solid. Allspice notes, cloves. It's like a country kitchen dinner. Ooh, bitch, I feel like Betty Crocker smelling that shit. Let's go ahead and take a sip on this. Oh, honey. This is mostly spices. You're not going to get a lot of the pumpkin notes. They're in there. But it's a very spiced pie. You got all them spicy notes. The allspice, the clove. Oh, it's delicious. Absolutely scrumptious. This, I would absolutely make a go-to for me. Like, it's very nice. Elysian did a really good job with this one here, and I'm quite a fan of this. It's very lovely, very refreshing, very season picking me up. You know what I'm saying? It definitely makes you feel like it's Thanksgiving time, like it's Halloween time. This is definitely something that captures the beauty of the season to me. So definitely a fan of this one. Let's go ahead and finish this off real quick though. Pinkies up now. C'est bon. Now then, that's 2 down. We got a few more to go. Now I want to go ahead and preface. I also want to go ahead and say that whether we do or don't like these beers, we understand that other people may have different opinions, and that these are just opinions. Okay, so if there's a beer that I like that you don't like, that's totally fine. I'm going to try my best not to be too negative with my critiques of why I don't like the beers, so we can be respectful in this. Because somebody else might like it, and that's totally fine. I don't want to dissuade somebody from wanting to drink something they want to drink. So that being said, let's go on to number 3. What you got for me now? Oh, it's spinning. This do be giving though, don't it? Thanksgiving. It's called Pie Thief Social, and it's by the Wren House Brewing Company, a local brewery out of Phoenix. It is, let's see, where it say? They don't say shit. A wheat ale with pumpkin pie spice. It is 5% ABV, so it's a little lesser than the last couple one, which is nice. I also love the artwork to this. All right, so let's go ahead and crack this one open. Get on my pants, bitch. I poured a little bit onto my pants, which is okay because you can't see my pants anyway. You can barely see my outfit, and I put some work into this outfit. Okay, so look at the color. Very nice amber orangey brownie. Very nice color. Got a little hint of some store-bought pumpkin pie in there. So classic store-bought pumpkin pie smell to it. It's not bad. It's very fragrant. Let's give it a taste. This one's very nice. It tastes like a classic store-bought pumpkin pie with a little spice, a little cream, not super spicy, not super creamy, but it's nice and smooth. It's got a nice wheat after note to it, you know, wheatness on the back of it. Little hint of spice in there. I still would say that the Elysian by far is my favorite. This one is a pretty solid contender as well, and it's a little pricier. I don't know if I would make it my go-to whenever they get pricey like that, but I would definitely buy more of these for sure. Special occasions, absolutely. But yeah, it's not bad. Let's go ahead and finish this one up. I'm gonna get so fat drinking all this fucking beer. Okay, I'm sure that's someone's fetish. But now let's move on to our next beer. Here we go. This one here is the Forbidden Pumpkin Imperial Milkshake Style India Pale Ale, brewed with pumpkin spices, vanilla, and milk sugar. Brewed and packaged by Abomination Brewing Company out of North Haven, Connecticut. That's a lot of shit to read on a can. Look at how dope that shit looks, though. Ooh, he running with it. Ooh, he got that Forbidden Pumpkin. Look at him. Where's he going with it? Oh, down my throat. It is 9.3% alcohol per volume. Ooh, this shit'll fuck you up. Let's crack it open. Bitch, I shook it. So first, the color. It is very thick. It is a very opaque color. It is not translucent. It's a nice kind of, well, it kind of looks like pale. It's a very light amber color. We'll keep that one in. So that's somehow it looks like this. And let's see how it smells. It's got a very orange note to it because it's an IPA. IPAs have that signature orangey, zesty note to it that you get right off the bat of it, which is why people like it, even though they like to pretend that they don't. It's very, very much that is what you smell. And it's very colorful. It's very thickly colored. It's you can't see shit through it. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, I've already had like 3 of these things, so let's go ahead. Not this, but you know what I'm saying. All right, well then, let's get to it. Let's go. It's a color. It's a chameleon. This one here. You get that nice, like, citric-y note. I want to say it's like orange and pineapple, a little bit of pineapple in there. Maybe not, maybe so. That's what I'm picking up on my flavor library. And then about halfway through that wash on your taste buds, it switches into this kind of lightly pumpkin pie milkshake. So you get that nice little pop of the IPA in the front with the citric notes, and then that sweet, smooth aftertaste after it, like you're drinking a milkshake. It's quite nice. I would imagine with that high of an ABV as well, because I think these came in a 4-pack. And this is a pretty pricey 4-pack. Around $22 or something like that. But at 9 point something or other fucking ABV, about 2 of these things, you done for the night. You don't even do any party. You showed up and walked out. You're done. So let's go ahead and finish this up and then we'll get to the next one. Now, I will say this is very delightful. And this is a very nice beer. But that price tag though, I would say this right here is something I would get for a special occasion or a special party or a special gathering. This is definitely a special drink of the season. This is a celebratory drink right here. But it is not one I would keep buying on a regular basis because it's just so expensive. But it's definitely a delicious beer for sure. It is one of my tops for sure. So I'm sure my accent is all over the place tonight. Okay. Whew. Well then, where are we now? We are down 1, 2. We got 4 down, 2 more to go. So let's get to it. Whichever one it gets closest to first is the one that wins. So now we got this one. This one is the Rogue Pumpkin Patch Ale. Ale brewed with roasted pumpkins. I want to say they're based out of like Oregon. I want to say Oregon. Newport, Oregon. Yep, I was right. Newport. Taste the adventure. Pumpkin Patch Ale is made with whole pumpkins that we chop up and roast by hand. The hand roast allows us to caramelize the natural sugars exactly as we like, which when combined with a delicate balance of spices, creates the signature flavor of our classic fall-themed brew. We know you'll appreciate the effort when you taste the difference roasting real pumpkin pieces. Taste the difference. It's like the fucking coffee commercials. Let's go ahead and open this up. I was trying to be sexy while opening the cans. Come on, big money, big money, big money, big money. Oh. You know, I'm on my like 5th one now, and I'm starting to wonder what the fuck I talked myself into here. Okay then. So that's what the Rogue looks like. It's very dark amber. Very nice. It's translucent. It's got a good color to it. The notes on the nose, you got that pumpkin, you got that spice, little hints of the hops in there. Let's go ahead and give this a taste real fast. Yeah, honestly, it's not bad. It's not my favorite, for sure. But it's not bad. You get that hint of the pumpkin. But the thing that I have noticed a lot with Rogue beer is that Rogue beer tends to be pretty hoppy. And it's a very distinct hoppy note that it has, that they use. And it tends to overpower the flavor when you're drinking it straight out the can versus like in a glass or something like that. But it plays a little better in glass. So if you buy this in a can, put it in a glass. But it's not bad. Very mild flavor. A little richness in the back, but up front, not too much. You get that little hop on the burp. Excuse me there. Sound like Zool for a second. It's not bad. I can see this being very popular with people who like a hoppy beer or people who like Rogue. It's not bad. It's not a bad beer. I don't know if I'd make it my go-to. No. Is it the worst one I've had? They're all okay. But, yeah. I don't know how enthused I'd be about grabbing for one of these right away. You know what I'm saying? Like, this will probably sit in the back of the fridge a little bit. Let's go ahead and finish it off, though. Ooh, slappy toppy, slappy toppy. On to our final one. There's no need to spin because we all know what it is because it's the final one, obviously. Duh. Bam. There we go. You know, I understand why it is that people tend to spit out the alcohol when they're testing a drink. But come on. I'm at home. Do I look like the type of person who spits? Okay then, let's get to the last one. Oh, sweet Betty Lou. This one here is the Atomic Pumpkin Spicy Release by New Belgium. The part of the Voodoo Ranger line. I probably ruined everybody that's wearing headphones experience there. Yep, there we go. It's got the cool little skeleton and punk man on the can. Look at that boy. Look at that boy. He tough. Got a ushanka on. Oh my goodness. He's spooky. And it is 6.4% alcohol by volume. It is an ale brewed with pumpkin, cinnamon, and chilies. That should be an interesting take right there. Alrighty. Asheville, North Carolina. Let's go ahead and pop this one open. Got a nice light color. Very golden. Very bubbly. Let's go ahead and give that a sniff. ASMR. It's got a nice pumpkin note on the nose. Very solid pumpkin note. Very, very, very in there. Very connected. Very crisp note of pumpkin. Let's give it a taste. It's not bad. It's definitely got a nice solid pumpkin pie flavor, like a real solid chunk of pumpkin pie in there. You got all the flavors in there, and it works really well in that regard. You get very crisp notes of all of it. But then that chili kicks in. Oh, that chili kicks in. And it's not a hot chili. It's not hot chili, but it burns a little bit in the back of the tongue, back of the umami centers of the tongue. You know what I'm saying? Like right there. So if they were to make this just without the chili in there, if it was just the pumpkin beer, this would be incredible. This would be my go-to. In fact, I like this so much, I want to try some of the other New Belgium beers. But that chili note at the back end of it, and I like spicy drinks, don't get me wrong. I just recently had myself a bottle of Menage a Trois Midnight that I filled up with some chili mangoes, and it was absolutely delicious. But this right here, I don't know if it works well with what they're trying to go with. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of, and I'm old, so y'all probably don't remember this. And this is not mean-spirited or anything, but it reminds me of back in the early 2000s when Pepsi came out with Mountain Dew Pitch Black, which was this seasonal drink that they were doing that was grape flavor. It came out for Halloween. It was a really good grape flavor Mountain Dew. Everybody loved it. It's only seasonal. As soon as Halloween was over with, it was done. Then they decided to come out with it the next year, calling it Mountain Dew Pitch Black 2 with a sour bite. Because they decided that kids like sour candy, so why not make a sour soda? And it pretty much flopped. Mainly because people were expecting something, and then they got something else totally different. You were expecting this delicious grape soda, and then you got hit with that sour bite at the end of it. Like, who wants to drink a sour soda? You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of that, because it doesn't work too well with the pumpkin notes. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with a chili beer. It'd be like a chelada or something like that. It's totally fine and understandable. But I just don't think it blends with the pumpkin too well, personally. Maybe you like it, and that's fine. But myself personally, I'm not gonna drink this a lot. It's got that good pumpkin note in the front, but I could just imagine trying to pound these back and going through Heartburn City. So, yeah, that's the biggest problem from that for me. I would absolutely not make this my go-to. This would probably end up in the back of the fridge just because of that chili note on the back end of it. And I ain't gonna be rude. I'm gonna drink this, and it's an okay beer. It's just not my type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and finish this off real quick. Again, really nice in the front. And then once it hits the back of the tongue, la 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 la, you get that chili note. And it's just kind of you know what I'm saying? It's like you know what I mean? It's like It doesn't work too well in my palate. We tried them all. And which ones will we rank and what would we like? You get what I'm saying. I'm drunk. Fuck. My personal favorite, the go-to I would go with, the Elysian Night Owl. The Elysian Night Owl is by far my favorite of these. I would absolutely go for this as my go-to beer for the season. And I am tempted. I'm really excited to try their variety pack now because this is part of it. I'm curious to see what else they have available for the lineup. So that would be my go-to. My next go-to would be Pie Thief right here. Very nice, very nice. A little pricey, but nice. And that's okay to have a little pricey, but nice. I wouldn't make it my go-to because, again, price. But I do quite like that beer. So that'd be the next one on there. Third one would be this one right here. Forbidden Pumpkin. The only reason this is third place is because of the price, because it is a little pricey. But all it takes is 2 cans of that shit to knock you down. It's got a nice aftertaste. That IPA note is really solid and crisp in the front. It's a very nice drink. Definitely not when you want to just spend, you ain't gonna be spending all night partying drinking that either. 2 of them things, you done. It's a nice vacation. After that, Punkin Ale. I would say the Punkin Ale is by far the most safest of the pumpkin beers. Like if you're scared of it being a little too spicy, or if you're not going to like pumpkin beer too much, this would be your good starter pack beer. This is a good, absolutely foot in the door fucking beer right here. It's pretty solid. It's a nice go-to staple. It's a safe beer. And I would totally get this if you go into a party and you want it to be festive, but you ain't sure what kind of pumpkin beers you want to get. This right here. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. After that, Rogue Pumpkin Patch. Now, this one here, the reason why is because as much as I like the little notes of pumpkin in there, the hops just overpower it, especially if you're drinking it from the can. But if you're drinking it from a glass, you get more of the notes in there. But it's not my favorite. You know what I'm saying? It's not a bad beer, but it's not my favorite one. So this one here, it would probably be in the back of the fridge. And then last, Voodoo Ranger. Like, don't get me wrong, I definitely want to try some of the other Voodoo Ranger line. This has made me interested in trying those because of that pumpkin note in the front. But because of that chili note in the back, I just cannot imagine myself drinking a bunch of these, because I just feel like it's gonna give me all kinds of heartburn and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little too much on the gut after that hit of the pumpkin note. So this would definitely be at the back of the fridge. And that's no offense to them. It's a good beer. It's just that chili note. It's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? If it's your thing, maybe this would be up your top priority. Maybe just be at the top of your list. But myself personally, I'm not a big fan of pumpkin and chili. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of a weird, clashing kind of vibe there. So that's why that's the back of the list. If it didn't have that, if they made just a version without that in it, that'd be top tier right there. That would be my go-to. But that chili at the back note just kind of throws me off. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And there we have it. My rankings are pretty much where they're at. Again, this is just my personal opinion of the matter. You may have your own opinion. And it would be kind of fun to try another one of these videos out pretty soon, since, pumpkin season's just starting and there's plenty of pumpkin beer to go. I know some of these beers may be region locked. They may not be in your neck of the woods if you're not in the West Coast or Arizona or something like that, which is unfortunate, I know. I'm curious to know what kind of offerings you got as far as pumpkin flavored beers in your neck of the woods is, though, however. So leave that down in the comments section if you want to. I know I don't usually ask for engagement, but there you go. This is pretty fun. I'm pretty fucking fucked up, and if you'll excuse me, I got at least 6 cans of beer I gotta finish before the end of the night. So this has been Candy Dandy. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a good. I had to hold my hat up for my head. It is a massive hat. Look at the size of this hat. It's just massive on my cranium. Look at it go. There's a giant fucking pumpkin on my head.